Mrs. Filkin is suing the England football team for losing because it made her husband violent. Mrs. Filkin is suing the English football team because they lost the Euro finals and it made her husband violent at home. Mrs. Filkin knows what happens when her husband's favorite football team loses and it makes him become angry. England have been playing in the Euros this year and they were doing so well. They even got to the finals. All the English pubs were raking it in with all of the punters and tourism increased as football fans were watching England play from all over the world. Mrs. Filkin was happy when England were winning, but when they lost at the finals she knew what her husband will be like. I mean, she always knows what her husband is like when his favorite football team loses. He becomes violent at home. This time she is prepared as she has knives and bats all over the house. When her husband came home drunk and angry, she rushed into the main bedroom with her children. The husband started breaking the door down and that's when she stabbed him all over the place. He collapsed to the ground wheezing out blood. Then he died. It was at that moment that she decided that she was going to sue the England team for losing. She took the knives out of her dead husband's body and as her youngest child was missing the father, the youngest child replayed the moment that England had lost the Euro finals. This brought Mrs. Filkin's husband back to life and he was even more angry. Mrs. Filkin just stabbed him again which made him dead again. A whole 2 days went past and she wrapped him in cloth. When her youngest son replayed the moment England had lost the Euro finals again, it brought the violent husband and father back to life again. He had to be stabbed up again. Mrs. Filkin phoned the police and told the truth to the police. The judge took pity on her and she was not sent to prison. She then decided that she was going to take the English football team to court for losing and making her husband violent. When her husband was being buried, she showed the moment England had lost the Euro finals to her dead husband in the coffin. He started wailing angrily and the coffin was quickly closed with an angry husband. Mrs. Filkin did this so that Mr. Filling could forever suffer, scream and be angry while trapped inside the coffin. She is super sure that she win a lawsuit against England in court.